Going on. So, I want to talk about a very important thing that I brought up in a live stream that I just did. It's very long. I want to say it's like 3 hours long. You're never going to be able to find it unless you watch the whole thing. So I will reiterate it here, and this will be my topic. So every single time any new event unit comes out and becomes super broken and is really good, everybody always asks, should I invest in this unit, right? And should I max this unit out, right? Genie just came out. Should I max Genie out? The answer is yes. Every single time it is yes. Sea Dog just came out. Should I max Sea Dog? Yes. Yes, you should, because it is the best unit right now, right? And that is not even to say that, it could get nerfed. Anything, right? But that is always the question. Like, should I invest in this unit? And the answer is always, and it will always be yes. Because that is always going to be the best unit right now. That's why they bring it out. That's why they introduce units. It's to get you to get it, right? That is what gets you to get it. Demon Hunter has been in this game forever. Most people have it maxed out. Or a lot of people that decided to invest in it have it maxed out. And it is a very good unit. It is one of the top 3 units. I would say Demon Hunter, in terms of like regular attacking DPS, just base units, I would say Demon Hunter, Genie, Riding Hood, right? Those are, I think those are unquestionably like the top 3 DPS units right now because of how they stack, how like the deck is built, right? But there's an important factor that you need to understand, and for that, I am going to point you to a game that I played with my other account. It's the thing that you've been staring at for this long time, and I hope you absorb all of this information. Yes, we win. My God, it was difficult. So I have just obviously, because I understand that Demon Hunter is good, I did what you all hope to do, right? When a new unit comes out, I'm going to max it out. So I've used Book of Secrets. I've gotten really lucky with my pulls. I have done everything that I can as a mostly free-to-play player. I have only bought 2 premium passes with this account. Next month, I will free-to-play. I will not even need to buy the pass, and I will get a level 14. I will have a level 14 Demon Hunter by the end of next month. Once I get the free Page of Secrets at the 70 mark, I will have a 14 Demon Hunter. I have very highly invested in Witch. Every single Witch that I have obtained, I have obviously saved because Witch is one of the best support cards. I'm running Gift of the Raven and Polymorph. Polymorph specifically because in co-op, the reason why the insta-kill is good is because when you're playing normal PvP and you start going into the like millions of health that like, or the billions of, I guess not billions, millions of health that monsters have the ability to be at later stages, being able to insta-kill them randomly and then making your boss weaker because of it is that's why it's this good in this deck. Because co-op is set, as in you have to kill the wave and then the boss has a set amount of health that is not determined by more monsters within the wave. Like, you have to kill the wave and then you get a preset boss. There's no reason for me to run insta-kill. So I am just running Polymorph. With my Demon Hunter, I am running Dark Pact. And I decided to run Stealth Attack because I feel like Stealth Attack is the thing that you're supposed to run if you're running Absorption of Evil. Because the 7% chance of making it an extra attack and inflicting an additional 100% of damage to the first target. I feel like that is what, like, because Absorption of Evil, you're trying to build up one mega, like Demon Hunter, and Stealth Attack with that mega Demon Hunter dealing 100% per merge rank. So if you have a 5, it does 500%. If you have a 6, it does 600%. That's a lot of percent. As opposed to Shadow Twin, I think Shadow Twin might be better because it's just more attacks. As opposed to the random 7% chance. I don't know. I haven't played with it enough to have a decision one way or the other. But I did run Stealth Attack. My Enchant Sword, I have also been hyper-focusing on because I'm just trying to build this deck. I'm running Awakening because I don't have the 11 talent. I'm running a level 3 Mermaid because that's all I have. I could be running Gadget, but I did want the extra protection because the only other form of protection is the counterspell on my magic, my Amulet of Weakness. I have a spear, I have a legendary spear, I have a mage robe. I have, like, a lot of the pieces, but I don't have all the pieces. And that is the crux of my argument here. My Dryad is Fairy of Rage because I want the extra damage. But my clanmate has a max Demon Hunter. And so he is a max Demon Hunter. I have a level 13 Demon Hunter. We're doing round 13. He has 3,300 crit. I have 2,800 crit. It seems like it should be pretty easy. Spoiler alert, this is the most ridiculously difficult thing I've ever done. Maybe not ever, but it was incredibly difficult. And it felt unnecessarily difficult, but that goes into my argument right now. So, this is what I got into in my my live stream, and this is I feel like everybody in the back, you need to hear this. Originally, when nothing had talents and everything just did what it said it did, and that was it, you could build a DPS deck by maxing out a DPS creature, and all of your support cards didn't matter. They didn't add anything. Like, it didn't matter if you had a level 15 Dryad or a level 7 Dryad. Yes, you got your hero power. It affected your how often you could use your hero power. But beyond that, it didn't do anything for you. So having a level 7 Harley Quinn was fine. Having a level 7 Dryad was fine. Having a level 7 Witch would be fine, right? Because it just did the one thing. Having a level 7 Enchant Sword would be fine. It just does the one thing, right? Now, because of the way that units have talents now, and the way that as your unit with talents grows, it gets better. It becomes more and more important to have a better witch, to have a better enchant sword, to have a better dryad, because you're gaining so many bonuses and boosts off of that it's not okay to just have a max level legendary, like a DPS character. Just because you have a level 15 DPS character, the next question becomes, what is your equipment? What is your hero level? What are your support cards? What are those levels? Because if those are not up to par, this is what happens. I feel like I did as well as I could have. I mean, you can obviously watch this and be like, no, you messed up here, you messed up here, you messed up here. But like, as a person with a level 13 Demon Hunter, and, you know, like, almost 3,000 crit, and he has a max Demon Hunter with 3,000 crit, I feel like we should have very easily have beaten this level. And it just, like, both of us get bedlammed. We almost die to the last boss. It is awful. Like, having to reset your board, it could be argued that the way that my board reset, it was better than the board that I was attempting to set up. I like that witch. You only need the one witch. Right here, I was just very invested in not getting Dark Priested. Of course, it hits everything important. The bubble saved the one, but now I have to wait to get cleansed by my counterspell because I don't have a level 5 witch. I felt that if I just had the one witch in the center, I would be fine, and then I could just merge out everything else, try to go for dryads, get dryads, and just power up that, you know, like that T section. And then I could Dark Pact, or I could, like, sacrifice things. I would make everything bigger. And this whole thing just doesn't go to plan. And it feels like, so even though you know that Demon Hunter is one of the best units, even though you know that Witch is the best support, even though you know that Enchant Sword, like, this is the deck. I think maybe minus Harlequin, this is essentially the Demon Hunter deck. Or the one that, like, pro people use, essentially. Like, I could flip some talents, my Mermaid should be better, my Witch could obviously be better, but I felt like a level 11 Witch was pretty good. Because, again, this is, you know, co-op level 13. As you know, like, on my main account with my Blade Dancer deck, like, I just run Blade Dancer. I run Floral Frenzy, like, and I haphazardly play till, like, round 20, just kind of casually upgrading things, and I just win. Here, we have a level 15 Demon Hunter and a level 13 Demon Hunter, and we barely beat this. Like you saw, like, we do beat this, but we barely beat this. And I feel like when you see a new event hero, and you see all the pro people using it at max level with, like, Zeus, and, you know, max Dryad, and max Summoner, and max Witch, and max Night Statue, and max Enchant Sword, like, you look at that and you're like, oh my god, if I had that, I would be winning everything. And this is me at a level 13, with a level 13 Demon Hunter, and I can't even beat co-op floor 13 by myself. I mean, like, again, we do it, and I can, you know, get shamaned, right? There's a video that I posted about how you can manipulate Demon Hunter decks if you're playing co-op with Vampire and Mari and Demonologist, and it's really funny. And so I know that, you know, like, I can beat this if I have Shaman support, because every deck can be beat. Any deck can, with Shaman support, can beat co-op level 13. Like, there's enough YouTube videos out there that have showcased how insane. Like, A-Friend Gaming beat co-op level 13 with a Vampire, with a Vampire on a J tile, and infinite enchant swords, and his opponent was running clock. And he was just biting and then using the Vampire with, like, the J tile. And you can beat co-op level 13. You can beat level 13 with a Vampire, right? I'm not saying, you know, like, I can't beat level 13 ever, right? But I'm saying that what you should strive for is trying to beat 13 by yourself. And by yourself, I mean killing your side of the monster, killing your wave, faster than they get to the center. Because if you can kill your own wave, that means you can beat level 13 by yourself. You don't need help. And if you can beat level 13, that means you can go pretty far in PvP. It's something that I always tell people. It's to play co-op because that is how you earn gold, but it's also to train you to play PvP. Because if you can beat 13 by yourself, you can go reasonably into, like, triple bosses in PvP. As a person that almost has a max Demon Hunter with almost 3,000 crit, Demon Hunter just feels awful. Like, it's not good because I don't have the max versions of other things. And that's what the game is becoming. You can't just max out one DPS unit, you also have to choose support units to max out as well. It's almost more important. It's almost more important to have maxed out more support units than it is for you to max out all of your DPS units. If you have a max Cultist and a max Blade Dancer and a max Inquisitor and a max, you know, Demon Hunter and a max Riding Hood and a max Tesla, but you don't have max support units, you will die. And it doesn't matter what your crit is, it doesn't matter all of these other things. If you don't max out it is better to have a max, Dryad and a max Summoner and a max Enchant Sword and a max Night Statue and a max Scrapper than it is, and one max Boreas than it is the opposite way. Because if you decided to invest all of your time maxing out all of the support units, now any unit that you get as a max DPS unit becomes great. And I used to do videos like this a long time ago when I was like doing jokey PvPs, and I would slot in a terrible DPS unit like an archer or like a wind archer or a thrower or a catapult, and I used to then surround it with just infinitely good support. And you know, like when you're playing like against like 2k crit people and I have 4k crit, but because even though I'm playing like a fire mage deck in the form of a blade dancer deck, right, with a knight statue and a dryad and a scrapper and a Harley Quinn, and you're just like building up these like this army of fire mages, right? You could still win because all of your support is building towards your DPS unit. If you don't have good support cards, if you haven't maxed out your, you know, like things like a summoner or things like a dryad or things like a witch or an enchant sword or a knight statue, or very soon scrapper when scrapper gets talents, if you haven't maxed these out and you've focused all of your attention on getting all the cool DPS cards, you have been doing this game wrong. Because as you see, like in this gameplay, even though we do beat this game, or we do end up beating level 13, like, look how hard we were having to struggle. I feel like we shouldn't have had to struggle at all. Like, one of us, at least one of us, shouldn't have had to struggle. Probably Max DPS guy, right? Max Demon Hunter guy. Like, I feel like he shouldn't have struggled at all. And, like, the amount of bosses that get to the center that we both have to hit is insanity. Like if either of us were playing regular PvP, we would just get murdered. This is a Monkey King that both of us can't kill. Like, he has 54 stacks. He killed it eventually. He is a demon hunter that is a level 7, that is a level that has 55 stacks, and he's not just insta killing everything. And it's because there's nothing on his board that's increasing his I don't even know if he's running Fairy of Rage. Yeah, he has Fairy of Rage, but he has 3 stacks. It's not doing anything. It's not doing enough. And then Summoner doesn't give you anything. Scrapper doesn't give you anything. Harley Quinn doesn't give you anything. Summoner, you get things when they are level 13 to level 15. He's running a level 3 mermaid, so he doesn't have stuff off of that either. He's running a crit bow. He's running an amulet of growth, but I don't think he has a high level amount of stacks on his amulet of growth. I'm running Witch, and that's the only thing that is, like that and Enchant Sword are the only thing buffing me, but I don't have a good Enchant Sword, so I can't keep merging out Enchant Swords. I'm trying, but I have so much on my field to give orbs to, that it's not doing it as efficiently as I would hope. My Witch is at max, and so that is the only thing that's even kind of saving me. And so at this point, I feel pretty good about my setup. Oh, I was almost going to clip this out, so I'm glad that I stopped and I started paying attention to this game. This is the best assassin I've ever had. So you understand that my only protection is mermaid. I can't even use mermaid. I felt that this assassin was just going to murder everything, and it hits everything that I don't care about. It was glorious. I could not believe this crap. This was amazing. I almost clipped this out. This is amazing. Watch this. Level 4 Witch. Perfect. Still not dead. Next target. Center Witch. Perfect. Next target. Center Witch. Perfect. Don't even care. I mean, obviously I do care. I need that DPS back, but like, were those not the best, like, assassin hits that you've ever seen? Like, it could have killed, like, a level 5 Demon Hunter, a level 5 Demon Hunter, a level 4 Demon Hunter, a level 5 with 64 stacks Demon Hunter. Like, usually, whenever you get assassin once, it's usually, like, the best thing on your board. and that just hit, like, I got hit so many times, and it just hit the most useless things on my board. Not to say that Witch is useless, but, you know, like, losing, like, a 64 stack level 5 Demon Hunter would have been awful. I obviously have to keep playing the game. I couldn't just sit on that. I needed my witches back. But I was also running out of, like, low-level Demon Hunters to merge out. This game, I was just like, why am I not doing any damage? Like, I play PvP with my secondary account using this deck, and I'm just like, I have a max Demon Hunter. What is going on? And it's because all of my support cards are not what they need to be. And the game is slowly transforming into that. It's no longer good enough just to have a max DPS card. All of your other cards need to be maxed as well. And so in the question of, you know, like, this new event hero just came out. They just released Riding Hood. They just released Genie. They just released Banshee. They just released Sea Dog. In the question of should I max this out, the answer is yes. Yes, you should. One, it's going to take you forever to max that out. But if you want to try to max it out, go ahead. It's going to be good. But do you have all of your other support cards maxed out? Because if you don't, and you max out and you spend all of your resources, all of your books of secrets, all of your things just to have yet another max DPS card, but you don't have good support, everything is going to be a struggle, and you're not even going to understand why.